common. I'm going to share 7 things that you need to know about gonna and wanna that will help you to speak English more naturally, more like a native speaker, and more fluently. First of all, we do not use these in formal writing. Gonna and wanna are casual. It's the way that we speak. And sometimes in text messages or, for example, comments in YouTube videos, you can write gonna or wanna. But if you're writing an email to your teacher or to your boss or a formal report or paper or presentation, it's best not to write Gonna or Wanna as they're commonly spelled for text messages or comments. Speaking of comments, I would like you to practice using these words in the comments and tell me, what do you wanna do today? And what are you gonna do today? Second, you should know that these 2 phrases are actually a combination of words, as I mentioned in the beginning. Gonna is a combination of going to, and wanna is a combination of want to. Of course, it's easy to understand the meaning of these phrases if you understand what going to means, or having the intention to do an action, and want to, having the desire to do something. These are very basic vocabulary words that you already know. But when you hear a native speaker speaking quickly and saying, I want to go to the grocery store, I'm gonna buy some bananas, it can feel confusing because you don't hear all of those words. They're all combined into what sounds like one word, gonna or wanna. Gonna and wanna are actually 2 times removed from the original form going to and want to. We would formally say going to, and that gets shortened to going to. And going to gets shortened into gonna. So again, if we're speaking quickly, you will hear native English speakers say gonna. I'm gonna watch a movie. Would you like to join me? And want to becomes want-to, and want-to becomes wanna. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. Do you want to join me? Now let's be careful with pronunciation, because you know how gonna is usually spelled Gonna. Well, some of my English learners say the word as it looks on paper, but it's not gonna, even though it comes from the verb go or going to. We do not say gonna, we say gonna. It's as if it were spelled Guna, but when we do spell it in casual interactions, we spell it Gonna. Wanna is easier because it both looks and sounds the same. Wanna. Wanna. A big misconception or misunderstanding about gonna and wanna is that they're only for casual situations. Yes, they are more informal than going to or want to. However, you should use gonna and wanna in all situations all the time. This is how native English speakers speak when they speak fluently, quickly, normally, in everyday conversational situations, and in more formal situations, when you're giving a speech, when you're making a presentation, when you're speaking to your superior, your boss, someone you respect, your teacher. You can use gonna and wanna, and it is respectful. It is not rude. It is not disrespectful. Listen to presidents of countries giving speeches to the public. They too use gonna and wanna, unless you're making a strong point. This is where we want to use going to and want to, very clearly saying each word when you're making a strong point or being dramatic, or maybe if someone didn't hear you and you need to repeat yourself. For example, if I say, I want to make a cup of coffee, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. What was that? I want to make a cup of coffee. So I'm clearly enunciating myself to make it clear. Now, if I want to make a strong point, for example, I want to see a better world for our future. That is clearly spoken because I'm making a point. It wouldn't be as strong of an expression if I said, I want to see a better world. It is still a good sentence. It still sounds fine, but it's not as strong. Do you see how this works? When you want to emphasize your thought, then you can say these phrases more clearly. I want to get married versus I want a cup of coffee. You see, one is a little more serious than the other. Or I'm going to become fluent in English versus I'm going to go to the mall. One is a little more serious than the other. This in the comments. You could think of something more serious that you'd like to express and spell out each word. Going to and want to versus gonna and wanna. Now for a very interesting point, when we use negatives, what if you wanna, they or we don't wanna, we actually combine these sounds and it sounds like this. I don't wanna. I don't wanna, you don't wanna, we don't wanna, they don't wanna. But for he and she, we have to say doesn't, right? So he doesn't wanna. She does not or doesn't wanna. So remember this additional tip. If you want to sound more fluent when you're expressing yourself, something that you don't want to do, remember you can say, I don't wanna. So remember these 7 tips about using gonna and
Okay, so I like her video because she does get very deep into when and when not to use gonna and wanna. It's just very important to remember that native English speakers, a lot of times people think that we are speaking fast. We are not speaking as fast as many people think that we're speaking. What's happening is we are just running all of our words together. Like we are combining, we're squishing all of our words together. And it makes it sound like we're talking much faster. So I'm going to share my screen again in just a minute. Back to the presentation. The video that that we just watched was originally on the presentation, but for some reason it did not play. So when I share this presentation with you, I will make sure that the videos do play. I'm going to share it as soon as this class is over. For those of you that wanted the job interview presentation, I actually connected it to today's presentation. I put them together so that they're all on one presentation now. So you can see the one that we did yesterday, not yesterday, the one that we did Monday is actually on the same presentation as today. Okay, so
you today will put this slides into the chat box for us.
I'm going to put today's slides in the chat box, which will include today's and last class slides as well.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. And I apologize, I had trouble sharing the presentation before. It would not let me attach it for some reason, so I can share it with you directly now. Awesome. Okay, so this video addresses the idea that native English speakers talk too fast. This is a very good American English teacher on YouTube who specializes in teaching conversational English as it is spoken by native English speakers, as well as people who use a lot of slang words, English slang. So he breaks down a little bit more why it sounds like that Americans are talking fast and how to understand what they are saying. Okay? Let's see if this one works. It should.
Welcome back to another video of English with Collins. In today's video, I'm actually going to show you guys how to understand fast-spoken English. How to understand fast-spoken English. Now, of course, you're an English speaker. You understand English. And at the same exact time, you can hear, you can speak, you can read English. But at times, it's hard for you to actually understand when people are actually speaking really fast. And sometimes you're like, okay, what is he really saying? Sometimes you would ask, can you repeat it again? Can you slow down? Today, my goal is to help you understand fast-spoken English, especially when it comes to the American English accent. If you're ready, let's jump right in. Now, before I begin, I want you to go ahead and click the link down below and go ahead and get access to my free 7 steps to mastering the American English accent in a short amount of time. Click on that and be sure to go ahead and check out the free link. Now, if you definitely feel like you want to join the online community, you can also do so right after. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait to see. The first question I want to ask is, why does English sound so fast? And it's relatively really simple. The reason why English sounds so fast to you is because, especially when native speakers are actually speaking, right? There are three things that they actually do. Native speakers blend words together. This is also known as linking and reduction, all right? So they blend words together. So for example, we have this specific phrase, right? What are you doing later? What are you doing later becomes what you're doing later. What you're doing later. They blend the what are you together, making it sound like what's up. So what's up doing later? What you doing later? What you doing later? The reason why native speakers tend to use this is because usually most people are speaking really fast, and nobody really has time to speak so slow. People's attention span is pretty limited nowadays, and so pretty much every time you hear two people having a conversation, depending on whatever the topic is about, usually they're always speaking fast, and because of that, it has created this natural rhythm of actually combining and linking words together. So, what are you doing later becomes what you're doing later. The second reason why English sounds so fast to you is because they use contractions, slangs, and they drop sounds. Now, of course, from where I'm from the DMV area, so there's a lot of slang that is honestly being used on a day-to-day basis. For example, instead of saying, are you interested in doing something, somebody would say, are you down? Like, is you down? Are you down to do this? Meaning, are you interested in doing this? So instead of saying, are you interested in doing this, I say, are you down to do this? Hey, like, is you down? Like, bro, you down? Meaning, are you interested in doing this? These are some of the examples. So the first reason why English sounds so fast is because native speakers blend words together, linking sounds and reductions. The second reason is they use contractions, slang, and they drop sounds, right? So they use contractions, slang, and they drop sounds. And then the third reason would be, it's not about speaking faster, it's about speaking smoother. Remember, the goal is not to only just speak fast, like, hey, what's up, how you doing, what's going on, what's going on. No, the main goal is to be able to speak in a smooth way so that you can fully understand what I'm saying. Remember, the whole objective of English is communication, is to improve your communication skills, to improve your articulation skills, so that when I'm speaking to you, you can fully understand and comprehend what I'm saying. That's the whole idea. If I'm speaking to you and you cannot even understand a single word that is coming out of my mouth, then I'm failing. Then what's the whole point of this, right? So, it's not about speaking faster, it's about speaking smoother. So these are the three reasons as to why English sounds so fast to you. I hope this helps. Let's move on. Now, in this second stage, what I want us to do is we're going to do a little bit of some exercises, right? I'm going to show you a couple of fast standard American English phrases that is actually spoken in a different way, right? Using elements such as linking sounds and also reductions. All right, let's take a look at the following phrases, and we're going to actually learn how to say these phrases really fast. The first one is, what are you doing? What are you doing? That becomes, what you doing? What what you doing? Hey, what you doing later on? What you doing tomorrow? What you doing? So instead of saying, what are you doing tomorrow? That's too long. Native speakers say, what you doing? What you doing? Here's a good tip that can help you out. Remember, as you master English and as you master accents, these things will automatically come out. And when you blend yourself in an environment with where people are actually speaking like this on a day-to-day basis, it even helps you improve faster. That's the reason why I want you guys to go ahead and join the community. The second one is, I don't know. I don't know. That becomes, I don't know, or I don't know, right? I don't know, or I don't know. I don't know, I don't know. So I don't know is contracted in such a way that it becomes I don't know, or I don't know. So this is accent, right? I'm teaching you accent. And so what's happening right here is we're reducing the level of stress we're putting into the D in don't, and we're transforming that into ON. I don't know. So I don't know becomes I don't know. That's spoken faster. I hope that makes sense. Let's move on. Do you want to go? Do you want to go? Becomes you want to go? You want to go? Do you want to go? You notice how I'm speaking so fast? I have combined do and you together to create dia. Want to becomes wanna. Remember, when it comes to the American accent, going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna. Always keep that in the back of your mind. So you want to speak fast, and instead of saying want to in a sentence or going to, just say gonna or wanna. Either way works. All right. So, right? Do you want to go? Do you want to go? Right? Or, right? Do you want to go becomes do you want to go? Do you want to go? Excellent. The next one is I'm going to. I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Gonna combines going and to together. Gonna. All right. So I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Excellent. Next one is let me. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see becomes let me see. Hey, let me see that. Let me see that. Let me see those. Let me. Let me. We're removing the T and we're combining the L and the E and the M and the E together so it becomes let me. Let me see. Let me see. So let me see becomes let me. Let me see. Hey, yo, let me see that. Let me see this. Let me see those. Exactly. Wonderful. The next one is give me that. Give me becomes give me. Hey, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Wonderful. So far you're starting to understand how this works, right? So what we're doing is we're combining sounds together. We're combining words together. Okay.
Do we have any questions so far about the phrases? What are you doing becomes what you doing. I don't know becomes I don't know or I don't know. Do you want to go becomes do you want to go? I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Let me see becomes let me see. And give me that becomes give me that. Any questions about that so far?
No, teacher, we need to learn very faster. I saw some video on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTubers say English is a very efficient language.
Yes.
You need to learn to pronunciation.
Yes.
Pronunciation.
For to speak. Yeah.
I think saying that it is an efficient language is a very nice way of saying it. I always tell my students in my in-person English class that English is actually very lazy. We don't like to say too many words. If we can push the words together, we will push the words together because it makes it easier to say. Because what are you doing is a lot of work to say in your mouth. What are you doing? It's much easier to say what you doing. Yeah?
Yes.
So if we can say it easier, we will say it easier. And you will notice that as English speakers are speaking quickly to each other, it's hard to understand them, not because they're actually speaking fast, but because they're pushing all of the words together. So it's hard to tell when one word begins and another word ends.
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, let's go ahead and finish this video, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about English slang.
Okay? Now, let me go ahead and give you a sentence. And what's going to happen is I'm going to read the sentence, and you're going to basically read it right with me. Let's take a look at the following sentences. The first one is, remember, I'm going to read this if I'm speaking fast. Hey, what you doing later? I was thinking we could maybe grab some food and catch a movie if you're free. You notice how fast I read it? Now let me read it slow. Hey, what are you doing later? I was thinking we could maybe grab some food and catch a movie if you're free. To make it sound fast, I contracted what are you doing later to what you're doing later. Hey, what you doing later? I was thinking we could maybe grab some food and catch a movie if you're free. Now I want you to try. Wonderful. Let's take a look at the next one. I don't know if he's coming or not, but he said he might slide through after work, depending on how he's feeling. I don't know if he's coming or not, but he said he might slide through after work, depending on how he's feeling. Depending on how he's feeling. You see? So, I don't know, contracted to, I don't know. I don't know if he's coming or not, but he said he might slide through after work, depending on how he's feeling. You see how I did it? You see what I just did? Contraction. Now you try. Let's take a look at this one. Let me know when you get there so I can come outside. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. Now, in fast English, it becomes, let me know when you get there so I can come outside. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. So what just happened? We've contracted let me to let me. We've contracted I don't to I don't. And we've also contracted want to wanna. Right? So you see that? Now, if you read it through those lenses, this can help you learn how to speak English faster and at the same exact time even read faster depending on if you're reading out loud to yourself. So let me becomes let me. Right? Awesome. Now you try.